Hello, gasaholics. I'm Hot Rod Bob, and you've got gas. It's Monday. It's a Monday edition. Thanks for tuning in. You know, last week I made a statement, or a week or so ago, I made a statement about how California is attempting and probably going to ban your collector car. Well, they're not going to come right out, maybe, and ban your collector car as much as they are going to make it impossible for you to drive. Now, that sounds like a far-fetched idea, but I can prove it. One of the things that's happening is Governor Newsom, or Nuisance as I call him, has proposed and passed a ban on gasoline as we know it. Now, refineries must convert to a biofuel or a more environmentally, as they say, fuel. Well, the problem with that is it's not something that can easily be done, and it's very costly, which will add to the cost of the fuel you buy. In response to his demand, Phillips Petroleum, one of the largest petroleum refiners in the state, that operates a number of facilities in the state of California, will be shutting down 2 of those facilities in Northern California in the very near future. Now, what impact is that going to have? Well, that's going to make the supply in California more restricted. It is going to raise the price because we don't import gasoline from other states that have refineries, because California gasoline is different from the rest of the country. Yes, it's formulated differently, allegedly to reduce emissions. Now, I say allegedly because does it really? Well, the higher octane, or not octane, but alcohol level or methanol level in our gasoline reduces fuel economy. Okay, so how much? Enough that it makes a difference over the long run of your vehicle. So if you reduce the amount of fuel or a mileage you can actually drive on a gallon of fuel, it actually costs you more per mile to drive your vehicle. Now, you fact checkers can go ahead and look that up if you'd like, and you can challenge me on it. Go right ahead. But the biofuel or different fuels that the government is now going to mandate they produce are going to be costly, more costly, and less efficient for a combustion engine to use. Well, Phillips Petroleum says, we can't do it. Goodbye. Now, not only that, when they tried to convert their Northern California facilities, a judge in Northern California blocked the change. Well, not because it's beneficial, not because it's going to hurt the environment, but because of past indiscretions that that refinery may have had, and they're going to stop them from producing a cleaner fuel. Now, here's the other part of this. Does your car run on this different fuel? Mine aren't set up for that. Are yours? What do we have to change to run on these fuels? They're not telling us. So you don't have to ban the car directly. But when you ban the fuel that it runs on, you can't drive your vehicle. So the effective ban comes in the peripheral or the areas around surrounding your vehicle. Can you get the gasoline necessary to drive it? No. But if you could get the gasoline, let's just say there's going to be some refiners who stay in business, it's going to cost you more. It's going to make it prohibitive for you to drive your vehicle. Now, I said this previously with California's ban on, not a ban, an outright ban, excuse me, but a restriction on smokers. I'm not a smoker. I don't encourage people to smoke. I don't like being around people that smoke. But what the state has done is taxed the pack of cigarette to make it more unattractive and more expensive for a smoker to buy that pack. And when they can't afford to pay for those cigarettes, the theory is they will stop smoking. And I'm sure it worked on some people. same theory is going to happen to you and me on the cars we drive. They will force us to drive an electric vehicle. They will force us to stop driving our ICE, or internal combustion engine vehicles, whether it's a diesel vehicle or a gasoline vehicle, whether it's a commercial truck needed for industry or your daily driver. That is how they will go about banning your vehicle without going to an outright ban on your vehicle. Don't believe me? It's on the internet. Read it. They just announced today that Phillips Petroleum is shutting down their refineries in Northern California. The courts have told them they can't upgrade to the new biofuel. Won't let them. Just put a block on it. Check it out. It's right there. In Northern California, this is exactly what they've done. Now we talk about the gasoline tax in California. Newsom was on TV the other day saying, oh, the gasoline companies are gouging Californians because we only have a 55-cent a gallon tax. Really? I wonder where he's getting that number. Because the studies show that we have the highest gas tax in the nation at 77.9 cents. And that was as of January of this year. Now that's just the transportation tax. There's also a sales tax. That sales tax is on top of the transportation tax per dollar. You have to add that into the gas that you're buying. You're paying a sales tax, a state sales tax. And in some cases, you're paying a local sales tax on top of that. So what is the total tax per gallon? Well, they won't say. And it's a little hard to calculate because each individual county or city may have a different sales tax. But that sales tax number is added to the total price of a gallon of gas, which includes not only the federal gas tax, but the state gas tax. And as I said, state gas tax is over 77 cents per gallon. Newsom keeps saying 55 cents. I'm not sure where he gets his figures, but they're inaccurate. They're an outright lie. So the banning of your collector car is not going to come in a direct ban saying you can't drive your car. But when you can't get the gasoline, or the gasoline is so expensive you cannot afford it, it's a backdoor ban. You can check it out. There's plenty of websites where you'll see that this is what's happening. Politico is one of those websites that I found that Phillips Petroleum has published this information. It's all over YouTube. And it's not a secret. It's out there. The oil companies have announced plans to shut down their radiocarbon plant in Northern California. They're going to shutter the plant. 110 employees are going to be out of work. And this was as of 2023. Ooh, that's this year. Well, what's going to happen? Well, they start phasing it out in 2023. There are 2 plants for Phillips Petroleum in Northern California. Now, will Phillips Petroleum convert their oil refinery to biofuel? Well, they have started to, but on the other side of it, a judge in Northern California blocked that conversion. Why? Because of unrelated issues in the past. And why would that happen? Because he can. So, is there going to be an outright ban on your collector car? No, probably not. A backdoor ban that you have no control over? Yes. So will California ban your collector car? In essence, yes, they will. But they're going to ban every other type of fuel-burning vehicle in the process. So your delivery trucks, your work trucks, all will be banned. Not outright, but when you can't buy the fuel or you can't afford the fuel to buy, your vehicle will be parked. Oh, and by the way, Newsom insists that this will not increase your cost of living. Really? How is it not going to do that? I'm Hot Rod Bob. You've got gas. And yes, California backdooring it will ban your collector car and your daily driver car unless you want to shell out $50,000 to $100,000 for a Tesla or a like vehicle. I'm Hot Rod Bob, and you've got gas, which will not be banned by anything Newsom does. You have a great day. I'm Hot Rod Bob. And again, you've got gas. Thanks for being a gasaholic. Please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you much.